Hello and welcome to the Legends and Worlds introduction. Legends and Worlds is an online world building and story creation tool designed to organize your notes as you create. And with so many people sharing their notes, Legends and Worlds becomes a place to explore and be inspired. This introductory video will provide a quick overview and tutorial to everything you need to know about using Legends and Worlds. The main page. Legends and Worlds is designed to inspire creative people by encouraging you to explore other people's creations. As such, the main page displays each legend as a note card where you can easily view its details. At a glance, you can see the legend's genre, read a short description, and see what's inside, including the number of events, locations, and characters. At the top of the page, you will also find filters where you can narrow down your view to find works that are most interesting to you. You can filter down to just the legends you've created or liked, or filter by genre or multiple genres, or perform a general text search. You can also change the filter to show characters, locations, and other creations. The idea here is that when you're dreaming up your science fiction villain, you can explore other people's characters for inspirations. The details that make a children's story hero great might be twistable to make your own bad guys more devious. By opening up a character, you can discover a character's interests, childhood traumas, dark secrets, and any other details the storyteller has written down. This is great for getting ideas for your own characters because you're viewing organized notes about the character rather than trying to glean character details from hundreds of pages of a finished story. Or if you're trying to create a location as interesting as Mos Eisley Spaceport, you can browse locations that others have created for inspiration. For example, many aspects that make a jungle location terrifying in a military drama could be useful when trying to design the details of a derelict spacecraft or the abandoned remains of an Orcus ritual site. And best of all, with Legends and Worlds, you don't have to read hundreds of pages of text to gather these inspirational details because you're reading the storyteller's notes rather than a final story. Exploring a legend. Let's quickly explore a legend to see what's inside. A legend consists of events, characters, locations, and anything else you want to create. Events are viewable both as a timeline and as a storyboard. The timeline is great for viewing the story, and the storyboard is great for brainstorming and designing the story flow. There's also tabs for characters, locations, and any other category of items the storyteller wants to create. And just like on the main page, any of these items can be explored further to read more details. Creating a legend. Now that we know what a legend is, let's go ahead and create one. Click the Add New Legend at the top of the page. From here, we can mark the legend as public or private, choose a genre, add a title and description, and add a link to a picture. This is the minimal set of data that will be used to define the look of the legend card you see on the front page. Jumping back to the front page and filtering on My Legends, we can now see our new legend card. Let's go ahead and stretch out the image on the card just to make it look a little bit better. So now that the legend is created, we're ready to begin. Clicking the Explore button of our legend takes us to the events timeline, which currently is empty because we haven't created any events yet. Let's go over to the Storyboard tab and create some new events. In the Storyboard view, we can quickly outline our story. Simply double-click to add new events. Then you can add text, rename, drag around, and even add new storylines to help keep things organized. Next, let's move over to the Character tab and create a new character. Simply click on the Add New Card outline to create a new character. Again, at this point, I can enter in the bare minimum data that will be used to define how the character card will look. I can give the character a name, write a description, or write a quote that better defines the character. Then click Create to finish creating. So now that the character is created, we can start adding all of our detailed notes that will flesh out this character. To begin, just click the Plus tab to create a new Details tab. This will create a new tab with some basic instruction on how to use tabs. First, let's rename this tab to Early Childhood. Now, let's add a rich text editor and give it the label Abandoned at Birth. Now we can elaborate on this character and how he was left by the side of the road and adopted by a family of meerkats. And for good measure, let's add a picture of a meerkat. The main point here is that you can add any type of notes you want. As a storyteller, you know not every detail will make it into the final telling, but having the detail will allow you to tell a more compelling story. Last thing to mention in this introduction is that you aren't limited to the core content of events, characters, and locations. You can create your own category of things by clicking the plus to add new tabs. Create sections for races, factions, political parties, artifacts, or anything else. So that's about it for now. This is Jeff at Legends and Worlds, and I'm looking forward to seeing your story.